Nigel and Cheryl Gordick to come forward with their Terry Fox run. Welcome, Cheryl.
Hello.
Nigel.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Mayor Armstrong and councillors. My name is Cheryl Gordick, and my husband Nigel and I are the organizers of the Wilmot Terry Fox Run. This is our 4th year coordinating the run, and we're here this evening to update you on last year's event and also tell you what we have planned for this year. There has been a local run in this area since 1996, and up until 2014 it was known as the New Hamburg Terry Fox Run. In 2015 we changed the name to Wilmot Terry Fox Run so we can invite people from across the township. To help get the word out, we had information booths at Scott Park, on Canada Day, downtown New Hamburg, on Mopar Fest Cruise Night, and also Friday and Saturday of the Fall Fair. Being out there in person allowed us to speak directly with people and answer their questions. We also used social media to help spread the word for weeks in advance. We had a lot of help from the New Hamburg Independent and Baden Outlook, who enabled us to reach Wilmot residents who we couldn't reach or connect with online. All of this allowed us to reach a bigger audience, and the people of Wilmot seemed to respond to the event's name change. In fact, some folks from outside New Hamburg told us that calling it Wilmot Run made them feel included for the first time. In 2014, at the final New Hamburg Run, 49 people took part and raised $2,625. Over its last 8 years, the local run raised a total of $13,603 for cancer research. Last year, at the first Wilmot Terry Fox Run, our numbers increased dramatically, and we managed to attract 150 participants who raised $14,305. 2015 was the 35th anniversary of Terry's Marathon of Hope, and we're pretty sure that was one of the reasons more people decided to join our run. That total is more than the last 8 years of the New Hamburg Run combined. We actually submitted only $12,800 after last year's run, but more money came in afterwards, so the $14,305 is the official 2015 total, as announced by the Terry Fox Foundation. The 550% year-over-year increase for Wilmot Run was the highest in Ontario. Brampton's run was second with 153%. I'd like to emphasize that 84 cents of every dollar raised by the runs around the country is used to fund cancer research, making the Terry Fox Foundation one of Canada's most efficient charities. The 150 people who joined us in 2015 came from across the township, which is what we're hoping for. We also had volunteers from all over Wilmot, people who contacted us and asked what they could do to help. This year, more than any other year, the local Terry Fox Run will be a truly community event. We have several fundraisers this week, not just the run, and none of them would be possible without the staggering generosity of so many individuals and business. Nigel will tell you about those.
Good evening, members of council. This past Saturday, we held a Throwdown for Terry event at New Hamburg's Absolute Fitness and Personal Training. Chris Spotswood, the gym's owner, competed against me in a fitness challenge. Each of us had to complete a series of exercises against the clock, and we raised money by asking gym members and the general public to vote for who they thought would win by making a donation in their name. We raised $650 so far, and there's more money still coming in, and we'll be uploading a video of the challenge to our website at wilmotterryfox.ca. Incidentally, last Saturday was also the filming date for Canada in a Day, where people around the country filmed their activities and submitted them to a website where selected videos will be compiled into a kind of snapshot time capsule of one day that represents Canada. The finished movie will be released next year as part of Canada's 150th birthday celebrations, and we'll be sending the Terry Fox Fitness Challenge video as our submission. This coming Saturday at the New Hamburg Fall Fair, we'll have our first ever silent auction. The Wilmot Agricultural Society, the fair's organisers, donated auction space in the New Hamburg Community Centre. They've been incredibly helpful in other ways too, and I'll be speaking more about that in a moment. We have about 40 auction items, all donated, including Blue Jays tickets, a Kitchener Rangers jersey signed by the team, lots of gift certificates from Wilmot restaurants and other businesses, an antique milk churn, handmade items and original paintings, tickets for Drayton, and a very stylish black suede Baden Outlook jacket from Councillor Fisher and his wife Pat. All of these items were donated by members of the public and local businesses, and everyone we asked for a donation said yes. The auction will be on Saturday, September 17th in the New Hamburg Community Centre from 2 till 4 p.m, and all proceeds will go to the Wilmot Terry Fox Run. On the morning of Sunday, September 18th, which is Run Day, Scran and Dram Public House will be serving breakfast for Terry. For $12, you'll get a special breakfast of Terry Fox's favourites from when he was running his Marathon of Hope in 1980. Eggs, bacon, baked beans, pancakes, toast and cinnamon bun, plus tea, coffee, pop or a milkshake. As much as possible, the ingredients for the meal will be donated by local suppliers. And breakfast will be served from 10 a.m. till noon, and proceeds will be donated to our run. The main event, the Wilmot Terry Fox Run, is moving this year from its previous location in Scott Park to Norm Hill Park, which is also the venue for the Fall Fair. A moment ago, I mentioned the help we've received from the Wilmot Agricultural Society. Spencer Hammond, who is one of the Society's directors, suggested using the Fall Fair as a starting point for the run, and he got approval from the rest of the board. This year, at the end of the run, participants will get free entry to the fair, and we're incredibly grateful for the Society's generosity and help with this. We're hoping this will encourage more families to join us, and just a reminder, there is no entry fee for the Terry Fox Run and no minimum pledges. Registration and opening ceremonies start at 12:30 p.m. with guest speakers Harold Albrecht MP, Michael Harris MPP, and Wilmot Agricultural Society's President Ben Broughton. We're also looking forward to welcoming Councillor Gerber, who will be representing the Township. Piper in the Berg, Andrew Huxley Osborne, will be joining us with his bagpipes to help get the blood pumping, and our friend, cancer survivor Anne Fisher, will lead the singing of O Canada. Last year, the Waterloo Regional Police Service was represented by Chief Brian Larkin, who laced up his Nikes and ran with us. It's pretty clear he enjoyed himself. And this year, the police will be represented by Deputy Chief Kevin Chalk. I think having the Terry Fox Run at the Fall Fair is going to add to the party atmosphere. This isn't just about raising money for cancer research. It's also about celebrating possibly the greatest ever Canadian. Cheryl and I attended a run organisers workshop in Toronto this May, and Britt Anderson, the executive director of the Terry Fox Foundation, said, "Before Terry Fox, philanthropy was something only rich people did." We forget that now because volunteer-run fundraisers that are supported by the public are so commonplace. But that never really took off until 1980. Small contributions can make a difference. In fact, one of Terry's famous quotes is, "If you've given $1, you're part of the Marathon of Hope." One of the things we're really proud of this year is how much the Terry Fox Run has been embraced by the Wilmot community. We have participants and volunteers from all over the township. We even have some people coming out from KW. There are people whom we've asked for help, such as for auction donations, and they've told us they'd be honoured. They're honoured to give. That's what Terry means to Canadians. When we think of Terry Fox, it's always as a young man. All those pictures of him during the Marathon of Hope were taken when he was just 22 years old. He never got the chance to get older and do the mundane, everyday things that we take for granted. Terry's birthday was July 28th, and if he'd lived, he would now be 58. Terry's inspired millions of people to give, to make a contribution and play a part in finding a cure for cancer. In May, Dr. David Malkin, a researcher at Sick Kids, told us that 25 years ago, the survival rate for childhood cancers was 45%. Now the survival rate is 82%. There's clearly still much work that needs to be done, but that improvement represents real progress in just one generation and gives us reason to hope. There are people who are alive today because of Terry Fox, and I can't think of a more inspirational legacy. On Sunday, September 18th, we hope that you can join us for the Wilmot Terry Fox Run at the Fall Fair to celebrate in his memory. Thank you.
Thanks, Nigel. Thank you very much for the presentation. Any comments or questions from Council? I personally want to thank you for the hard work that you both do on the Terry Fox Run, because it is because of people like yourselves, and especially the two of you, that it is becoming so successful. So thank you very much, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.